All right then. All right. Coolio. To charge my phone. There we go. Welcome, Internet. Oh. Welcome, Internet. It is I, Anime Mask Guy here, with another live stream. Tonight, we are going to do workouts. Come work out with me. Episode 8. Yeah, we're on episode 8 already, and we are going to do some workouts. It's been a while since I last actually done some workout on the stream. So we're going to go back to the basics. Push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. But today, I am going to start off with squats. Normally, I always do with like push-ups first, but I thought today, let's do some legs. Well, we can't neglect the legs all the time. So, got to do some legs today. Just going to do some very basic squats, and then we'll continue from there. But I hope you guys are having a great Monday so far. Albeit slow and tiring, but I'm hoping you had a great Monday so far. But yeah, all right, before I waste any more time, let us go onwards with the workout. I'm just going to see how I'm going to set this up. All right, here we go. All right, I'm not going to be able to hear you very well because, well, one, the microphone's quite far away. Oh, I got all tangled up. One moment. Nope, I've tangled it even more. Let's see. Where did it go wrong? All right. There we go. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to hear you very well since I'm going to take off my headphones and the microphone's going to be set somewhere. Try as close as possible, but won't be close. So hopefully you can still hear me. All right. Hoping you can still see me very well. Just going to set the camera again just slightly better. Okay. All right. So, to do a squat, a squat is very simple. But we always seem to make very small mistakes, and that's what causes the problem with injuries. I've kind of relearned how to do squat myself, and I figured out what went wrong for me personally. If you have the same problem, is that when you go down, you're probably leaning too forward or too back, and you're going off center the entire time. So I figured out what causes for me personally, why am I going off balance? And it was my stance, my beginning stance. I was too wide, even though I did it just slightly outside of my shoulders width, which was recommended. It wasn't working for me personally. So when I go down, I couldn't go as deep as I want to with the barbell on my back, or when I do a Zercher squat. And what ends up happening is that I have to find my position, and that's not really working for me because I can't really find my position every squat when I go down. So I realized I need to have my legs narrower. So first things first, before you do a squat, find which stance works for you. Are you narrow legs or wide legs? Because narrow legs doesn't mean work for you, it could be work for other people. So find out which one works for you best. And as you can see, I go down no problem, and I can go a lot deeper than when I had my legs wider. Now, another thing I also just realized I didn't really pay attention to was hinging my hips. This is very important. I know this from day one, but I never really paid attention to it. So, what I mean by it is that before you do a squat, hinge backwards like that, like a Lego person, like that, and then go down like a squat, as you normally would. And this way, your back will be straight, and you're not going to create a butt wing at the same time. So, butt wing is when you're moving your butt like that. So, I'll show you an example if I go sideways. So, if I were to do a butt wing, it will look something like this. I don't know if you saw, but it's like twerking. And you don't want to do a twerk because what happens is that you're going to create a lower back problem. So what you want to do is keep it straight the entire time. So get into my position. Hinge, okay? Keeping the knees semi-locked. So you're not completely locking it, but you're not in a semi-ready position. Hinge first, and then go down. And as you can see, I am going down as far as possible without having my butt winking the entire time, moving, and my back is still straight. Well, hopefully I'm still straight. But here we go. Look at that. Explosive. So again, find your position. Find the stance that is work for you best, where it doesn't infringe on your mobility and your movement and stance when doing the squat. So once you find your stance, getting comfortable, you may want to do this. Start holding a bag in front of you like a weight. Now, a bag's not going to weigh much, but at least acts like a counterweight. For some people, you can't. If you're having difficulty going down, put a weight in front of you like this. Hold it, hinge, go down, and squat as deep as you can. This helps to counteract the weight balance and helps you to focus on balancing yourself and keeping yourself body upright as well. So once you're able to do that and able to move on from not holding anything in front of you, put your hands across your like this, as if you're performing a surgery squat or a front squat, and then hinge, and then go down, and whoosh, yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of breath. Oh, getting old, getting old. So hopefully that explains well, and hopefully helps you understand how to do a better squat in the future. So now we've got the understanding and the basics down with the squat. Let us proceed with doing the squat. What's going on? So we're going to do 10 reps. We're going to do about 3 sets. And then we'll move to a different exercise. So let's do our first 10 reps now. Whew. Here we go. First set. Here we go. Oh, I forgot I didn't set the lighting. Forgot to set the lighting on. This way you can see me better. It's not too dark now. All right. Get into stance position. Ready? Position. You don't have to do this, you can use this as well, whichever way is comfortable. To me, I sometimes shift from this to this, so I'll do this instead. Whew. Whew. Yeah. Oh, that was tiring. Oh. Oh, let me catch my breath. Oh, my goodness. It's been a while since I've done body squat. Now, I did do squats. I've been doing more leg days than I usually do. Because I usually only work legs once a week, which is no good for growth. So I've done twice a week for 2 weeks in a row now. And I'm battered from doing leg days that many days. Or that many times in a week. Oh. But whilst we rest, let's talk about current situation on the internet. Who have seen the Hassan and Shoe on Head and Smugglerana recent drama on the Pragmata situation? I would say it's definitely entertaining and funny at the same time. But I think the biggest one is how funny and entertaining it is. Yeah, of the situation. And how I'm learning other streamers' existence as well. So there's this one called Denim after the Shoe on Head and Smugglerana has made a reaction on it. Now I know I've heard of Shoe on Head and Smugglerana, but Denim I never heard of. And hearing Denim's take on or reacting to a reaction of a reaction, it's very ignorant as well. It's like what she says, the Denim lady. And I got a message. What did the message say? Okay, good for you. I do not condone swearing, but you can swear as much as you want. But okay, if that's how you feel, that's fine by you then. I don't fear anything about your words, and your words cannot hurt me. So sad that you have such hostility to the UK, but hopefully in someday, at some point, you will find in your heart to love UK, or not love, but like UK better than it is now. I mean, I'm a UK citizen myself. Not everything I don't like everything about it, but hey ho, I'm still able to live here. I'm able to do what I can do, despite the ongoing situation in the UK. But hey ho. Oh, you type more now. What do you say? I mean, it's freedom of speech, and I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm not the government. Yes, that's what I said. That's why I said you can say whatever you want. I'm not controlling you, what you're saying. Nor am I gonna, say what you can't say. I'm just saying I don't condone swear words because I believe that when you swear, you lack the creativity to um, formulate your words to make either a comeback or a statement or anything. Because to me, swearing is like a lazy way of just emphasizing what you're trying to say. But instead, if you use if English is your first language, if it's not, okay, I understand that then. But if it's your first language, I would say, try to use some eloquence to it. Try to use some finesse to make your words more, not just to be pretty, but to make yourself stand out and more impressive in what you're saying, rather than just using the very straightforward and easy way of just saying what you want. You have to be, you need to be creative in your English. You need to be. Oh, well, I say you need to be, but yeah, it's up to you. It doesn't have to. I'm just saying my opinion about, why I don't condone swearing. And one of the reason why I don't use swearing as well, because it just lacks creativity. But yeah, it's up to you. It's your opinion. I don't get it. Like I said, I don't get it. Not everyone likes the government. Not everyone likes the UK government. Me neither. Hey ho. But anyway, I lost my train of thought now. Oh yes, I was saying about the whole Pragmata situation. It's a wholesome game. All of a sudden, it's a sad situation where people just take it to the extreme, to the next level. And not only that, there's people where they're ignorant in what they're saying, especially the lady that, oh, I do apologize. I've only read headlines of other YouTubers commentating about the situation. So I think she's go by the name Denim, and that's what I'm streaming. I don't know her. I don't really follow enough live streamers. I've only just started streaming myself. Well, yeah, not recently, but so I don't know a lot of streamers actually, actual, their handler's name and everything. But it's just the way how she presented herself and talks about the situation, but she doesn't really address the actual whatever she believes is an issue. She doesn't address it in any way, nor does she actually watch the entire video. But she said it herself on the reaction. She didn't watch the entire thing because she said it was too cringe. Okay, fine then. But if you haven't watched the entire thing, why would you want to, comment about it if you don't know the entirety of the context of the video itself? Because there might be some context of the video you don't agree, you can talk about it. But because you didn't see the entire thing, well, it kind of makes you, you didn't do your homework or due diligence in any way. But anyway, yeah, it's a very very unique and very funny drama that's happening over a video game. Now, some people say, "Oh, it's not just a video game." I get it. I love video games myself, but in the end, the fact is that someone got really riled up about a video game wanting to promote fatherhood. That is all. Like the game just promoted fatherhood and bonding with father and daughter relationship. But for some reason, some people got real on edge about it and thinks that this is wrong and everything. I was like, I don't know. It just seems very sad. And, you know, there's so many things you can comment about that is wrong in society. But in this case, I don't see how this, not only are you speaking against it, but why would it be in the benefit of society itself? That is also a question to think about. But hey ho, to each of their own of what they want to talk about. But it's just funny, it's just the way how they reacted after the situation. It's also a comedy in itself and drama. But enough my yapping. Let's continue with our set 2 of squat now. Let me just readjust the camera again. And if the gentleman named Lock in Marcus, if you would like to join in this squat, I will be happy for you to join me as well. So I'm just saying the camera now. I'm gonna proceed to do the second set of squat now. Oh. So we're gonna do about 10 reps. Okay. All right. All right. Once you get into your stance position, in whichever comfortable position you're in. Now, remember, hinge first like a Lego person, and then go down, proceeding to go down on your squat. So here we go. Hinge and down. Oh, one. Oh, oh my goodness. I am getting old. That really wiped me out. Well, I still got one more set. Oh, oh, that was. Oh, that's tiring. Oh, oh, got a bit gassy. I need to burp out. Oh, hopefully, everyone's doing okay, doing well with their workout as well with the squats. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. I am feeling it in my heart, especially. My legs, it's doing well, still keeping up, but my heart rate, oh, wow. Oh. How many of you also feel like your heart rate is going through the roof? I need to drink. I need to get a drink. Let me just get out a few. Oh, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Oh, this is nifty. So, for if you don't know, I stream on I'm using two different platforms to stream. I'm using Streamlabs and Restream. Now, I figured out how to put the chat on Restream. Streamlabs took me a while, and I finally got it visible. But I did not know that whatever's, because I didn't link the other channels on Streamlabs. I didn't pay the full version. I've only linked Kick account on it. So Twitch and YouTube is being streamed on Restream. One reason why I don't use the full version is because I'm too, I'm too stingy with my money, and I don't want to pay about 50 to 70 pounds per month just to use the full version, especially when I'm not making money out of this. So I'm using two different streams platform. So what I'm finding is nifty is that I didn't realize that all the chats that's appearing on the Restream is also appearing on Streamlabs. So the gentleman in the Twitch login markers, use what you message, is also appearing on Streamlabs chat log, which is quite amazing. I thought it would be separated, it's not going to appear there. But turns out, oh, it does appear, which is really cool. I thought, oh, glad to know. I wish I knew this sooner, so that way both my stream platforms can see all the chats that's happening. Because previous streams I had, there were a few chat logs, and on Streamlabs couldn't see it, but on the Restream can. So it makes it very weird and disorientating when I'm reading chat logs from a different platform. But now I know it does appear on both sides like this. It's really nifty. I like that. So yeah, I think I would go for Streamlabs in the future. I would pay for the full version in the future for Streamlabs because I'm discovering a lot of things on it, which makes it really, really cool. But obviously, yeah, I have to fork over about, if I remember correctly, Streamlabs plan is about £60 or so per month. It's not cheap exactly. Is paying almost a full game depending on what game you're buying. Yeah, so wow. But yeah, in the future, I shall use Streamlabs. Restream is good for what it is as a simple version, but sometimes I have problem with Restream being disconnected from time to time. Streamlabs has been all right. They've been, it's been steady, stable. The only thing I'm only experiencing is the the lags from time to time. I do remember the gentleman whose name, lo, what I do not know, he did mention about the lags, and I'm hoping the lag is still not happening. But from what I can see from the replay from the Streamlabs OBS, it's showing me lagging a bit. So I do apologize to you. I say gentleman. I don't even know if you're a gentleman or lady, but I'm assuming you are. But lo, what I do not know, I do apologize about the lag still, if it's still happening. Oh gosh, my heart is killing me. Oh, I really am feeling my age with the exercising and everything. Oh, and I know. And one thing is, I'm so close to finishing my newest video that I'm editing. Keep saying that, but I am very close. Seriously, very close. I just need to tweak a few things, add the music, background music, special effects, and then done. I am done with that video. I can start producing other videos, and I am aiming to produce my videos quicker, more efficient as well. And one thing is that I being more consistent with it, because I've been very lazy with my editing and posting. I feel very disappointed in myself. So I am aiming to at least post once a week, or at least once every 2 weeks, every fortnight, as people say. So yeah, hopefully I can be a bit more consistent with myself. But anyway, let us move on to the third set of squat. All right, then set the camera. Hopefully you can see me well. And proceed to the third set. All right. Oh, pardon. I feel like you're not straight. There we go. That's better. Oh, maybe too high. Too low. Could never get the camera right. All right. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Let us continue with the third set. Get into your starts. Once you're ready, and we'll hinge, then go down. All right. Let us proceed. Hinge first, then down. 1, 2, 3. Done. It's finally over. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you have less difficulty than I did, and less breathing problem as I do. Okay, gonna drink some more water now, so bear with me. How about you, Lost in Marcus, if you're still there? Were you able? Did you do some squats with me? Were you able to work out with me? And if you did, was it difficult or did you find it very easy to do? Just catching my breath. Oh, okay, that feels better. I would say breathing exercises really helps you to calm down, really releases that tension that you build up in your chest. Because sometimes where you just feel so stressed and so, out of yourself, you feel like you're clenching every fiber of your muscles together, like you're just crushing your chest. And the moment you just do that, just deep breathing in and out, oh, you just feel like everything's been just released from the chest. Feels really amazing. I do recommend people to do it. Ever since I found out doing breathing exercises, just a very simple breathing exercise, breathing in very slowly, holding it for a bit, and then just breathing it all out as long as possible, and then repeat. Brings wonders to your soul. The stillness and peacefulness. Brings calm and peace to me. That's what we need, isn't it? Just a bit of peace and quiet, and some calmness to us. It just helps soothe your mind and your body. Ooh, just put this down. Oh. Now, I did write some points of what I want to talk about today, but I forgot to where I've actually wrote it actually. So now I'm just relying on my history on my personal YouTube channel, I should say, and find the talking points. Now, where was it? There we go. I believe all of you would have known there's a channel called Penguin Z0, or how the American and Charlie would say, Penguin Z0. So, he posted a recent video about a ex-Google CEO going to a university to make a speech, and he's promoting AI and how he got booed on stage. Now, he didn't get booed off stage. He stayed there until he finished his speech. Then everyone, congratulated him for leaving. But, oh my goodness. I am lucky I didn't watch the entirety of the interview, but I feel like I should watch it now. Because now I said about, being a hypocrite. I don't want to be a hypocrite of just talking about, how Denim, the lady, didn't watch the entirety of the video, and she only watched things that, only just watched bits and pieces of it. But my goodness, the Penguin Z0 video itself, oof, yikes, that was real bad. Oh, but yeah, now I feel I should watch the entirety of the speech itself for me to actually comment about it. So I'll just say, watching Penguin Z0's video, I thought it was bad. But for Wednesday's stream, before Wednesday's stream, I should say, before I live stream, I will watch the entirety of the speech and we'll talk about it, because I think it will be fun to watch and to talk about. Now, there was another thing I want to talk about instead. I've been on a recent binge of this VTuber called Smug Oh, I've been binging a lot of her videos anyway. And as well as OE Fitness. Now, if only those of you doesn't know about OE Fitness, it's a great channel. It just talks about a lot of the fitness people that, well, so-called fitness people that record themselves in the gym, and then they would post it to say about how this guy's creepy or them doing very weird exercises that looks like it's borderline about to snap their necks back or other parts of the body. And yeah, I've been on a recent binge of these videos of OE Fitness. He can't. I don't know. Is it because of my algorithm or something? But at one stage he was posting very regularly, and then he just disappeared off my algorithm. So now and then all of a sudden now I'm seeing more of his video. I obviously algorithm wouldn't promote his stuff, but he's posting a lot more regularly. Like he's posting like nearly every day, which is like, I wish I was like that. I was able to. I wish I was as consistent as that to be able to post every day. So yeah, but yeah, go watch OE Fitness for crazy fitness stuff going on in the gym and stuff. It's his commentating is very funny. Love it. And the way he articulates his words and all that stuff and wordplay. It is very entertaining. I definitely do recommend it. Recommend his videos and his channel to watch it. So OE Fitness, Oscar Echo Fitness. That's his channel name. Another thing I was watching is that Smugglana, he's posted a lot of different videos past few days. So she posts quite regularly every day and a few videos as well. There's one thing I saw. I thought it was crazy. Well, actually, there's a few things I thought was crazy. Was one, it was if you have seen the videos or not. One, it was talking about the male beauty standards are insane and the Minecraft scammers are pathetic. That's the title of the video. So I'll talk about each of them, but I'll start with the Minecraft one, and then we'll proceed with doing my next exercise. Now, the Minecraft scammers, I did not know this was happening, and I thought, yep, these people are pathetic. So someone did a post and talked about the situation where these Minecraft scammers use a malware to target children and to post them on a very illicit website to be perved on, and they would blackmail the children to say if they don't pay me, I will post it on there. And there's like, I thought the whole point of scamming is to scam people with money, not people without money. So it was obviously these people were diabolical and heinous, but at the same time is like, do they have they lost their mind? Well, I mean, obviously you would lose your mind. They would have lost their mind if they are targeting children to begin with. But nonetheless, is that their target audience is children with no money. So, so it's just like, wow, what the world has come to. But the funny thing is that these scammers, the malware they're using to hack your computer, they use it on their own personal PC to see if it works or not. And because of this, their details has now been posted online because obviously the person that sold them the what malware, because they didn't make the hacking malware themselves, they bought it from someone, and that hacking malware, that person that made that hacking malware got all the details himself, and saw, I believe he saw what they were doing, and he so decided to post their details online to get them laughed at. Rightfully so, they should be. But at the same time, I feel like they should be questioned, seriously questioned about their characteristics, because why would you target children? That is very weird. Very, very weird. Yeah, the world has come to a crazy place where scammers are now targeting children. As if targeting elderly was not bad enough, now children. My goodness. All right, let's move on. I'm going to do it different. I'm going to do. I was actually thinking, should I do push-ups? What's the time now? 41 minutes. Okay. I have a push-ups. Actually, I'll do both. So I'll do push-ups and then a Bulgarian split squat. All right, then. Push-ups, very easy. I think everyone can do push-ups, but just to make sure. Oh, oops. Whoopsie daisy. To do a good push-up. Hold on, let me see if am I facing you properly. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I just dropped my cushion on the microphone. All right, so to do the push-up, so imagine I'm on the floor and that's how you're seeing me. So what you want to do is that you want to keep your arms semi close to your body. So you don't want to have your elbows flared up to the side like this. That's what causes the joint problems on your elbow and your shoulders. So you want to keep it somewhere around 45 degrees angle, and your hand, your hand straight and your arm straight like this the entire time. So when you're going up and down, it's not gonna bend or anything like that. It's just gonna stay the same, just stiff. Now your back should be straight the entire time. Don't go, don't rock your body in any way. Now obviously there's variation to the push-ups, but just to do a standard push-up, keep your back straight the entire time, and your legs, up as well as if your arms, your body and leg has become one. Now you can't do push-ups with without your knees on the ground. It's okay to put your knees on the ground because there's no shame to do so. Everyone starts from somewhere. So if you feel comfortable on doing it on your knees, that's no problem. If you feel like you're strong enough to do it without your knee support, that's also no problem as well. So that's enough guide. So, but when we're going down and up, when you're going all the way to the floor, you want your chest or somewhere, your body or your chin touch the ground and have your back squeezed like that. Well, you can't really see. I'm wearing the t-shirt, but just imagine you're squeezing your back. And then once you go up, you want to have your arms fully stretched and your back fully stretched as well. And then back down you go. All right. So without further ado, let us proceed with the push-up. As soon as I adjust the camera. All right. All right. Okay, I'm hoping you can see me. All right then. Oh, forgot. Your hand placement, it's about either shoulders width or outside shoulders width, whichever is comfortable for you. Anyway, hopefully you can hear what I just said there. Let me just get into position. And begin. That was tiring. Hello, hello. Oh. I'm just wondering if this microphone here works or not, but I think only here works. Hello. I have to say, body weight workout is definitely very different to weightlifting. It feels a lot harder doing body weight workout. Oh, surprising, isn't it? Even though you feel like you're very strong, able to pick up, heavy weights, but the moment you do body weight, oh my goodness, it's a different. It feels like a different exercise, and it's so much harder. It feels like as well. And I think that's the wondrous of working out, and this it's a humbling experience as well, knowing that you can be stronger in both different types of exercises. You can always strive to prove on both sides as well. And mobility. Mobility is the biggest thing I will definitely promote, have people to do more of, because God knows I am losing my mobility as I get older. Oh. All right, let me get some water. Okay. Let me sit back on the chair now. All right. Okay. Now, the only exercise we're going to do now is I believe they call it the split squat, Bulgarian split squat, or no, it can't be Bulgarian split squat because your leg has to be up anyway. So I'll call this a split squat, or split squats. That's a good exercise. It's always a good one to really train your mobility and the full stretch of your legs as well. Now, last piece of information, well, not information, sorry, news, internet news, is male beauty standards are insane. Yes, so someone did sort of like a informational documentary about someone named Clavicular. So if you don't know, or I believe most of you would know more than I do, since I believe most people are chronically online. So I'm just trying to catch my breath. Clavicular is he an alpha male content creator who is promoting looks maxing, which is a new word I learned myself. Looks maxing. So meaning that you're maximizing your potential. I believe that's what it means. Looks maxing is maximizing your beautiful looks feature to the maximum, enhancing and everything by doing. I don't know. Is it any means necessary in a natural way, or is it in any way possible? And unfortunately, this young man promotes in a very unhealthy way, in a very dangerous way. Right? I got an itchy upper lip. Yeah, he promotes a very dangerous way because he's actually promoting drugs, legal substances as well, and both legal and illegal substances. And I don't. That is not good. That is very, very not good. Because obviously, the younger you are, the more impressionable you are to believing what they say, because you're still formulating, your own world and your own view of the world. And because of that, you're very easy to be manipulated by people who is older than you because they experience more, seen more. So you would You would naturally, people is natural to, lean towards people with more experiences and knowledges and everything, because that's how we come to learn things, because we seek for it, and because we inadvertently see that person as a tutor or as a personal mentor to ourselves. We decide to, believe what they say. People as well, to the point where they may not get their life back or their choices back. And because of this, it can destroy a lot of their potentials as well in the future, in terms of their height, especially their brain growth capacity as well. A lot of these things where he's promoting to, take a lot of things as illegal substances can create a lot of deficit in other areas where they will either their height will be stunted or the intelligence is very, very stunted as well. Prematurely, uh, become very premature. So it's very, very sad to see there's someone like that that is on the internet space, and not only that, is very famous as well, very well known, and is amongst the youngsters, and the youngsters also see him as a role model. It's disappointing. It's very, very sad to see this. Makes me always think like, oh, we as the old fogies now, as people in our 30s are now considered as unks, fogies, or I don't know, do you guys still use the word fogies now, internet? But anyway, the new word for it will be unks, and because we're unks, we're no longer relevant, we have become irrelevant. But as an elder on the internet, even though I don't use the internet as much, or am I very adverse in it as compared to the youngsters, I would say, I don't know, maybe, depending on how you're using it or what you're using it for, because there are times where I can outshine the youngsters to show, my ability of using the website and the internet, I mean. But my point is that as a fellow elder in the internet society or internet web space, sorry, I believe it is our responsibility as us millennials to actually show a future, a better community and a better society. And I don't mean in a DEI version where they just, diversity, inclusion, and equity and all that stuff. No, not that. I don't want that. What I want is actually people with common sense and actually want to build a community that can actually support one another. And I don't mean in a forceful way, but actually in a I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what's the best term to use or how to explain it very well. But in what I'm trying to think and how I'm picturing it right now is that I am not trying to create. I'm not trying to say that we need a society where we just accept one another. No, that is not the way to move forward, nor to help society in any way, or to build a society. the one thing I do want to see most, especially because one thing I want to touch on about the acceptance, that is just basically being uh, just being tolerance to the people, but that's not really accepting them or loving them, because you're just being tolerable to them, and you're just letting them do whatever you want, which is not a great mindset. What I want to talk about is, as as a member of society, as an adult as well, I think it is our responsibility to show a sort of what a community that you want to build on, what kind of what kind of community you want the young people to learn, and how to interact with other people, and how they should also give back to the community as well. So it hopefully that makes sense. But the main idea is that we're not trying to being tolerable, but it's more of the fact that we are helping one another and using love as a way, as a beginning step to accept them and help them. And with that love, you're showing them that you are not trying to uh, bring a tolerable, community, but more of you is a community of that we are trying to help one another. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't seem to make sense, only because it's only in my head that makes sense. But when I say it out loud, it's still, I'm still formulating it. It's still in the work in progress. But I'll keep it there short, because I just don't know how to word it well. But we'll do the last exercise now, and then we'll call it a day for the stream. Because normally I only work out for 30 minutes. It's only been nearly an hour. So cool. All right then. Okay. Anyway, let us proceed to the last exercise, which is basically a split squat. Let's see if this camera is straight. There we go. So just doing a split squat, and then we'll call it a day. All right, you're probably wondering how to perform a split squat. Very easy. It's like lunging. But as you lunge forward, you go down as if you're doing a squat, but you're also going to lean forward a bit. Oh, a bit too much. And then until you can feel the quads on here and here as well being stretched, and then up, and then lose my balance. Then down again, squat, push, and up again. Oof. 2. I'll do 5 on each side. 3. Ugh. Okay. All right, that's done, and that is it for today. Oh. Oh. All right, internet. I'm pooped out. I am all worked out. But now I'm going to go to the gym to punish my body, to stay in shape, to pump some iron. Oh, my arm is so small and minuscule. One day I will look like Captain America or Thor. Oh, gosh. Let me catch my breath. But anyway, what I say is that thank you for joining me tonight, working out and chatting with me. Hopefully I can see you all back on Wednesday to do more chatting, because Wednesday is just going to be chatting now. But yeah, hopefully you have all a great evening, have a great week, and yeah, sleep early, because I definitely need to sleep early. I really need to get my sleeping pattern better. But yeah, oh, that's what I last time. I want to do more of this, and that is reading a Bible verse, and I forgot to do that from last stream. So to make up for it, I'm going to read a bit more passage. All right. Let's read. Oh, this one's a good one. Luke chapter 12, verse. What verse is that? Oh, verse 1. So there's warnings and encouragements. Meanwhile, when a crowd of many thousands had gathered, so that they were trampling on one another, Jesus began to speak first to his disciples, saying, "Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and what you have whispered in the ear in the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. I tell you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, and after that can do no more. But I will show you whom you should fear. Fear him who, after the killing of the body, has power to throw you into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten by God. Indeed, the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. I tell you, whoever acknowledges me before men, the Son of Man will also acknowledge him before the angels of God. But he who disowns me before men will be discovered before the angels of God. And everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven. But anyone who blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. When you are brought before synagogues, rulers, and authorities, do not worry about who you will defend, yourselves or what you will say, for the Holy Spirit will teach you at that time what you should say. All right, I think starts from pause from there. I was warnings and encouragements. Hopefully this Bible verse will bring you comfort and peace, and hopefully it will show you the way as well. For me, reading the Bible will always be confusing, but never stop pursuing wisdom, because that's where all the wisdoms and knowledge always comes from, the Bible. And they always show a lot of profound knowledge and wisdom in there. Yeah. Well, thank you all. Thank you, Internet, for coming with me, for working out with me, and joining along the ride and everything. All right. Still got a long day ahead for me. So I hope to see you all Wednesday on my next stream. See you all, Internet. This is Anime Mask Guy signing out.